Hey guys, DJ Guildmaster, Heavy Metal Wargaming. Uh, yeah, today is Monday. Heavy Metal Con 2025 was Saturday. It went really well. We ended up having like 13 folks total show up, which is pretty good for a very first time event. We had bolt action going on. We had 7 players. I ended up dropping out. So we had 6 people playing. We had room for 8, so which is kind of good. We had a table set up for Flames of War, Team Yankee, Clash of Steel demos. That was the Kilt and my brain shut off. That was the Kilt and Wolfman. Then we had a couple other local guys come up and play. We had the Fabricator, the Cleric, and we had Ironfoot. They played in the bolt action event. Then we had Level Up Board Game Podcast. They ended up some stuff come so they couldn't make it, but Rivers from Rivers RPGs, he came up. I played in his one shot. It was a good time. Really good, really good. It was like a 4-hour session. It was pretty good time. I had a lot of fun. The event went really well. We're going to do it again next year, so it'll be 2026. We're probably going to do the same venue one more time as of now, because like the venue's pretty cheap. We learned a lot of stuff too. Like I said, it went really well. A couple things that I learned, all of us, like we had AAR. So with an AAR, it's an after actions report. Anyone's been military or hot wash, people call it and stuff. They want 3 sustains, 3 improves. And usually you go with the improves first, and then you do sustains afterwards. Okay? Depending, or some leaders want reversed. Thing we learned, probably 2 of the biggest ones, advertise more. I thought we had done a good enough job. Flyers, man. We put out a couple flyers like a month out, and then we should put more flyers up. I should just went to all the hobby shops in the area and just went and did that. So advertise more locally, actually. We should do that. We'll learn that kind of. Another big one, which is kind of weird. We didn't have Wi-Fi out there. I didn't know we didn't have Wi-Fi. Most places come with Wi-Fi. There's like a little like community center out in like Timbuktu a little bit. It's local to us, but like it's kind of out of the way. So they didn't have Wi-Fi. And a lot of folks, because it's Summit at the Mountain, like near, go before you go to Somerset. So there wasn't good service. So a lot of people didn't have service. So that was a kind of a big issue. So there's that. People wanted a lot of vending. It was weird. Folks messaged me what kind of vendors were showing up, if there's a flea market, etc. And I didn't court for that. Like we had like 1 or 2 people reach out to be vendors, but since it was our first time doing it, we didn't want to have someone come vend because like we couldn't guarantee a bunch of people would show up. Would it be worth it for them? And I'll be honest, I don't want to charge someone to come be a vendor and then them not make any money, not have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, I feel some kind of way about that. I feel like if you treat vendors well, then they'll keep coming back, and it helps bring more people to your event. Plus, too, it gives your event goers something to look forward to, shop around. I kind of forgot that that I'm older. When I was younger, when we go to cons and stuff, we'd buy all kinds of stuff. It was kind of weird, too, because some of them cons were at the precipice of the internet. So, like, some stuff you just couldn't find. You know what I mean? There wasn't an online store presence. So to get it was a con. You know what I mean? That's really changed now. So I kind of take that for granted. So that, we're probably going to have to have like some sort of couple vendors there. And some sort of flea market. This place is a nice big out yard in the back with like a little pavilion and stuff. So we actually talked about maybe doing an open air bazaar for next year. Just, we're spitballing. It's super dependent on the weather, though. Super dependent on the weather. Don't want to try to have that for outside and it's rainy. You know what I mean? We're gonna try to keep it for September, maybe a little earlier in the month. All kind of depends because it feels like September's that time frame where like summer's going out, fall's coming in. So there's that. The other probably improve, and it's more on me than anyone else. We use tabletop events for registration. A couple bad parts about that. Tabletop events, anyone who's used it or for events, it's really good. It's really intuitive. Once you kind of figure out, some of the stuff's not really user friendly. Like it took me a couple hours to realize whenever I was setting up tickets for certain events that the con would keep so many, so it would show way lesser than was available. Now, granted, it didn't really hurt us because we had such a small event. But yeah, that was a little bit hard. That took me like literally like all night to figure out one day. But the two bad parts about tabletop events, one is either you charge your patrons or you charge yourself fees. Okay, they're like $1.60 something fee. So there's that kind of in there. And then they kind of force, instead of you hooking it to a PayPal account, like I would like to have done, they hook it to a Stripe. They want you to do Stripe. Yeah, I'm an old man, blah, blah, blah. So I have a Stripe account now. And I have a Cash App now. You know what I mean? You kind of have to. But because of me having a Stripe account, Stripe charges a service fee. So all of a sudden, my patrons are paying a service fee of a couple bucks. And then Stripe's charging me a service fee for a couple bucks. So like all of a sudden, and I get those sites are not free to run. Totally get it. But I feel like if I would just stuck with a Facebook marketplace, Facebook event, and put my eBay, or not my eBay, my PayPal event up, or PayPal account up there, and just charge through PayPal, I could have forgiven a lot of the fees. Yeah, I know you can do friends and family for free. But since it's going to be an actual paid event, I would do the other one where like you refund money and stuff like that. Not saying that I wouldn't, but you know, you see where I'm going with that. So for next one, we're going to end up, and then now one of our buddies, Dave, who showed up, he actually ran some Relic Blade. Never played Relic Blade before until this weekend. Really fun. Miniatures are really cool. Artwork's cool. He sent me a link. I'm going to have to go order it. But he knows a guy who makes it. So if you guys never heard of Relic Blade, check it out. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, he said there's another one. I think it's like Thor Horn or something like that. He sent me a link. And I ended up working a double Saturday, or correction, Sunday, the day after. So I'm a little bit beat up today. I was stacking firewood today and doing some other stuff. Winter's coming. White Walkers are going to be around. So I'm putting firewood up, stuff like that, and finishing the duct work for the house. But regardless of that fact, I'm probably going to use PayPal for the next one. Now, once we get to something larger, like at least like a 50 or 100 people, then I'll probably go back to tabletop events because then it's a little bit easier to manage the people. But for now, we're going to go back to PayPal. And I have like an old PayPal account. I've been with them a few years after they started, actually. So I have like a really old PayPal account with them guys. So say that as you will, I like PayPal. Some of their business decisions I don't care for, but like they've always treated me fair. You know what I mean? I've never had any issues with them. So that was 3 improves. 3 sustains. I think keeping it local really helped out. A lot of people had a lot of fun. I think we had a diverse enough group of people show up, totally. Like, we had, like, let's say Cleric was doing Gasolines. I think he got 1 person to watch it. River showed up. Our other buddy Dave showed up, did Relic Blade. We had a lot of stuff going on. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people showed up. So that was a big sustain. It was a good time. We're going to do it again. And word got out there about what we were doing. And again, we just need to advertise it more. The other sustain, believe it or not, even with me having to cook the food and buy the food, I have a business account with the Gamers Guild. And long story short, I have a business account at Gordon's Food. So I was able to get a lot of like the main food stuff fairly cheap. The most expensive part was drinks. Like that was most expensive. even with like going to like somewhere cheap, like it was still a lot of drinks. So we broke even pretty much just from attendance, and then folks pitching in for like the food and stuff like that, like a kind of like a tip thing. I helped pay for the food, so we actually broke even with the event, which is awesome because you always want to try to do that to do for next year. So we have a little bit of a nest egg set off to the side for next one. The other sustain I think was just like the atmosphere. People had a good time with it. We're probably gonna do it again there next year as well. Although I'm going to maybe tailor it a little bit more. Just basically have like have either a bolt action, conflict 47, or Team Yankee event. Have it for the one side. Have like another RPG table or two. But then honestly, probably do some sort of flea market. Like a 3-hour flea market, 4-hour flea market event in the other room. And then if the weather's nice enough and like, and that's the whole bad part about that. Trying to plan for outside weather really sucks. If we do that, we might have to push up into August then, where the weather's still kind of good. But then have an outside bazaar in the back. See how that goes. Because right now, our other club, Westmoreland Gamers Guild, we are looking at doing a flea market. We're looking around. In fact, tomorrow I gotta go to a couple hotels that have like big conference halls, talk to them about price, stuff like that. We're just looking for a place right now, and we're shooting for sometime in February, before Adepticon. So there's that gonna go on. Other than that, it was a good time. Like a lot of folks had a lot of fun. Probably something else we're gonna do differently. Even if I have to cook again, I'm not gonna cook again. Like it was. I like cooking, but the recipe I used, I wasn't a good fan of. I felt like noodles were gummy. That's just me personally. But I think probably what I should have done, add a little bit extra for what we all paid. I probably should just went to like Jimmy John's, Emma's Subs, to a local sub place, something like that, honestly, and just bought a bunch of sub trays, threw some chips out, made some potato salad, some different kinds of subs, and some drinks, and said, here you go, guys. And I know that's like, some people say it's sacrilege, because we actually had a nice spread. We had a garlic bread, a salad, and baked rigatoni. Pretty fucking good for the cost of the meal included in your entry fee. That's something else I'll probably do. I'll probably end up upping the entry fee a little bit more if we're going to do the food part again. Just kind of help a little bit more for the cost, because now granted, everyone pitched in and helped pay for the food, so we were good on it. But like, I'm kind of trying to hope to figure out the fee with the food, and then that way, when you pay for the ticket, you're getting the lunch guaranteed. You're getting the all-day pass, and you're kind of good. Someone suggested maybe just like have like a really cheap all-day pass. And then if you want food, another like couple bucks, and then a couple bucks for each event. I kind of want nickel and dime people, honestly, but like it might tailor people's events. I don't know. I'm gonna try to stick with like one overall fee, and then tickets for all the other events are free. You just gotta sign up for them. That's kind of like Heavy Metal Con in a nutshell. Went really good. And with me trying to take shorts on my phone, I think I finally got my computer fixed. So hopefully these next couple of days, I'm going to get the videos re-edited and back out to you guys. We haven't put a video out in a while. I've just been doing shorts. And because the service was bad out there, I couldn't do any shorts. I tried uploading them and they'd get corrupted. Yeah. And other bit of news, this stuff came today. Oh yeah, y'all know what that is, some Rift dice from Conflict 47. So I got my starter, some models, rule book, and I got a Thor tank with a railgun. Only kind of bad part is the starter box with the 2 armies in it and some other stuff. It's held up in New Jersey in customs. Don't ask me why. Half my order gets through with resin. The other half gets held up for toxicity because of resin. I got to do paperwork. Yeah, so I did all that, and then the people said I could drive out to New Jersey if I want the next day. It said them just finishing and then mailing it. I'm like, I'm not driving to New Jersey. I lived in Jersey for about a year, Cherry Hill. I didn't mind Jersey, honestly, and this was before Jersey Shore. So like, yeah. By the way, you don't go barefoot on Jersey Shore in the sand. You'll step on glass and needles. I said it. I'm not sorry. But yeah, guys, I'm going to do a video with that unboxing here. Yeah, it's kind of it. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, guys. The video's getting a little bit long. Our Printify store is back up and running. I had to mess with them a little bit. For our viewers in the UK, in the EU, sorry we're not shipping to you guys anymore through Printify. They wanted to do some other weirdness. I don't know. Everything's going nuts. If you're in Europe or out of the US and you want a shirt, go ahead, go to our channel, email me, and I'll see what I can do. I can probably just get you a shirt and just mail it to you. Probably cheaper than what Printify wants to do. And then we can PayPal it after that. We closed the Etsy store down. We closed the eBay store down. A lot of it has to do with fees and all kinds of extra like political stuff, which is dumb. We've had 2 hate speech strikes on the Etsy store because for you guys who have been on there, we sell like shirts with like Leopard 1s, Abram tanks, and Soviet tanks. And for whatever reason, someone reported us to Etsy for hate speech because we were selling tanks with T-72s on the front. It happened twice. They freeze your account, they freeze your monies, and then you have to like prove that you're not doing hate speech. I'm not dealing with that. That's dumb. It's dumb. And then Etsy raised their fees anyway, so. But all right, guys. Enough of that, me griping. I'm just actually a little bit tired. Like I said, I've been working all day today with doing different things. But, hey, I'm the Guild Master of Heavy Metal Wargaming. Like, share, subscribe, guys, if you like what we do. Until next time, this is me signing off. Remember, always seize the objective.